You're listening to Well Informed Podcast, where conversations will empower you to live your best life. Hi, welcome to Well Informed. Today we are going to be having a conversation about Reiki. I've got the lovely Lee here, who's a Reiki master. Lee, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, I've got, my name's Lee. I have the wee therapy room in Lochwinnoch. I have a whole host of therapies that we provide for people at this wee therapy room. One of the things I also provide is Reiki. I'm a Reiki master and I also teach Reiki. Reiki is a therapy, it's an energy treatment which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Something that's come into play quite a lot in my own life and helped me change my life. So I've got a big belief in it, and I think it should be, everyone should be able to do it. Right. Everyone can do it, and I think it should be, I think children should be taught it. I think, working with your own energy levels to, improve your life, to improve your calmness, to help ground you. It's a wonderful treatment.
Yeah. So I come to you for Reiki myself, and I absolutely just love it when I've been in there and went away, and like the first time I got it done, I remember Stephen being like, what was it then? Because when I came for it, I'd never had it. I wasn't actually really sure what I was in for, and I just knew I wanted it for some reason.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain it to him, and even last week I was in the gym and I met one of my friends, and I was telling her that we'd be speaking.
Yeah.
About Reiki, and she's like, so what is Reiki? And I was trying to explain to her. Then I just went off on a big tangent.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? How do you explain this to somebody that's never heard it before? Like, what actually is it? What does it do?
Reiki's a treatment where it works with your energy levels. Okay, it can help you as you relax, as you're able to bring in that healing for yourself. It can help healing in other ways. It can help physically. It's not a medical replacement for things, but it can put you in the headspace where it helps improve pain levels. It helps healing because you are improving your energy levels.
Yeah.
You're bringing in universal energy as well. The person given Reiki is a channel for that. It's not that they are, performing miracles.
Yeah, it's not superpowers.
It's not superpowers. It is natural energy coming through from source energy.
Yeah, I did try and explain that because, everything in this world is energy, isn't it? And
everything's on a vibration.
Yeah.
So when you look at that glass of water, even if you're sitting still, you'll see it vibrating slightly. If you go like that, you see the vibration more. Vibrations that come off of you or me go into the area that you're in.
Yeah.
Vibrations from plants as well. Things grow, things change. So everything has a vibration. How that vibration affects others as well. So things like crystals that I work with, they all have a vibration as well. And they can help improve areas, they can help specific things. They are, again, not a medical replacement for things, but they can help improve that energy round about by the vibration. So you'll hear people talk about raise your vibration.
Yeah.
If you're in a low vibration, that's when you can feel like sad, depressed, because your energy level is low.
Yeah.
When you bring it up, that's when you can become joyful, happy, laughing. All of that comes into play with that vibration. So Reiki comes in on a vibration to help you raise your energy.
So it can actually help to shift someone from those lower vibrations.
It can aid it, yeah. I wouldn't say come off medication or anything else like that. I never ever say that.
Yeah.
Always follow GP's advice first and foremost. But bringing in other therapies to help will help.
So I guess what you're saying, right, about like energy and vibration.
Yeah.
You can tell if somebody walked in this room just now and they were in like such a brilliant mood, but before they've said a word, you can just tell. You can feel it coming in.
You can tell by the way somebody walks. If somebody's walking with their head down and slumped, you know they're not in a great place.
Yes.
If they walk in with a bounce in their step and, quite joyful, you can tell they're in a good mood.
Yeah. And you're kind of more drawn to that.
Yeah. Because I think in a caring aspect, if you see somebody that's down and slumped, you want to help them, nurture them, you know, take them on. And, you know, the energy again for somebody who's joyful and everything else is different. You think, oh, they'll be a good laugh to be around, you know. So you can get drawn to different people for different reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, and that's where a lot of the work I do with clients now comes in. You know, you want to help people, you know, that are on different energy levels. You want to help people for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get people coming into me for healing, you get people coming into me for, you know, they want a different treatment, let's say massage, because it's a treat, and they come in a really great mood because they're having this massage today, you know, and that's lovely to help them too.
Yeah, aye.
So a lot of the time when people are getting massages, they'll say to me, why am I seeing colours? Why am you know, that's really weird. And I'll say, no, it's actually Reiki energy is kind of coming through, because a lot of people will say that, yeah.
That's cool.
So
when you're doing Reiki,
yeah,
people can actually see that, like, in their mind's eye.
Right, so when you're having Reiki with different practitioners, not just myself, you can see different colours. So you'll maybe see splashes of colour, you might see sparkles, you might see some imagery. Some people see like things like doves, angels, you know, that kind of thing. Some people just crash out and go to sleep.
You must need it.
And that's their healing, but sleep is the best healing.
Yeah.
So, and then they'll say later on that they felt really calm. I'll get a wee message saying, Lee, that was great. I felt so calm the rest of today. That's brilliant. Some people will feel that they're floating. Some people will feel that they're sinking. Some people will say, I don't know where I was, but I wasn't in the room, but I was here, but I wasn't here.
Like an astral travel?
Yeah. I've had people who have talked about astral travel as well. Of course,
I've
cool. Had people wake up after their treatment and go, what, oh my God, I fell asleep.
I've missed it.
I've missed it. And I'm like, no, you haven't. You've had your full treatment. You know,
you got what you needed.
You got what you needed, and you needed sleeping today. You need just a wee sleep. So
that's cool. When I've had it done, it's like almost like a waving feeling like that. Like wherever you are working, that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like a wee kind of pulsing.
Yeah.
It's nice, it's gentle, and I've had colours as well sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's different for everybody.
A lot of people have said as well, when I'm at one end, they'll feel somebody at the other end.
That is so weird.
Aye. So they'll feel like somebody at their feet, maybe touching their feet if I'm up at their head area. Mm-hmm. So there's like other things can come into play there. Right. You know, like different spirit, you know, different presences, extra healing getting brought in. Whatever you need from that session will be brought to you.
Right.
Again, and it's the practitioners, the channel for it, not, you know, we're not performing miracles, although what might happen
coming through you,
can help change you. Yeah, it's coming through you. And that's one thing to remember is, you know, that you are, you know, not like this incredible superhero, that you are just working with energy.
You're like an instrument for the energy.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love this. It is so good. So what could somebody that's never had it done expect from a treatment then, if they were like, right, you know what, this sounds kind of cool, I'd like to try this, but I don't know what they're doing to me, am I bare naked?
Right, that's a great point. When you go for Reiki, unless you are having a massage first, you should be fully dressed.
Right, okay.
If you're having Reiki as part of a massage, the person will probably do the Reiki after the massage, so therefore you would be just as you were in the massage.
Yeah.
If you are having a Reiki treatment by itself, you should never remove any clothing other than your shoes or anything to make you feel comfy. The Reiki practitioner shouldn't tell you to take off your top or take off your trousers. Or if you want to do that because it makes you feel comfier, that's up to yourself. But as a standard treatment, you should be fully dressed.
Right.
Just take your shoes off, because if you're lying down, sometimes if people are doing Reiki in a chair, you'll have your shoes on. You know, Reiki can get done anywhere. That's the other great thing about it. Right. It can be done anywhere. So a lot of spiritual churches will offer it. A lot of different groups will offer it, but it'll be a seated one you'll have. So unless the practitioner takes a mobile bed with them. So when you come, you'll just be on the bed. I use different crystals on what's known as the chakras. These are different energy points in your body, and that's what Reiki is about. It's about redirecting these so they're all going in the right direction.
Yeah.
When you're having the Reiki treatment, you'll have your eyes closed, or you can have your eyes open. It's up to yourself. The Reiki practitioner will then move around your body using their hands on these different areas. They may use them they may use them to shoulders, wrists, elbows, hands. If you've got a specific area that's sore, like your back, then put your hands on your back. They'll go down these different points anyway where the crystals will be, because that'll help that energy as well. And as they redirect this, what they're doing is they're helping the energy that's built up in that area that you don't need to move on, to allow the energy you do need to flow through. So it's a flow. So if you think it like a wheel, it's kind of going like that, out, and so they're both going at the same time, but
like
together.
A water wheel kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's going together. So you'll see pictures of like lotus flowers opening up and everything else like that. It can be your chakras or a spinning disc, as well. So, and it's how you imagine it as the practitioner is up to yourself. It's or as the person receiving the treatment. So the practitioner then moves all around the person given this treatment on these different points. You'll be asked probably to start, what would you like your Reiki for today? So some people say, I'd like a bit of clarity, I'd like to calm my mind, a bit of relaxation. Some people say, I don't know, I just like it.
That was me the first time. It's like, I just know I want it.
Yeah, you'll feel drawn to it because it's what you need.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Cause I remember the first few times you were a bit kind of, I'm not sure what to expect.
Yeah, I love it though.
So,
I think I've only been once to not had it, and it was only just because I squeezed in. You squeezed me in, and I never had the time. Otherwise, I would have. I just feel like I can't visit you and not get it because I love it. So when, like I was saying, like when my friend had asked me, so what is it? And I was trying to explain it to her, and she got totally lost. It was when I started. I was like, so you've got chakras, and that was her. She was gone because she wasn't familiar with that. But you've just kind of discussed that there. So
with the chakras, there's 149, I think, all of you, behind you, in front of you, and above you, below you. The ones Reiki practitioners mainly deal with are the main 7, which are from your crown, from the top of your head down to what's called your root, which is at the bottom of your spine, round about your pelvic area, and the rest are in between. So,
and these are like within you. They're not a physical thing that they could give you an operation and pick one out and go, here's your...
No, it's an energy thing, so it's not a physical thing. It's not like there's not a wee tiny disc inside you.
But it's of a different plane. It's like, it's not matter. It's not like you can't touch it, but you can feel it.
Yeah. So you can tell when somebody, it's like the aura as well. So you can see, like when I look at you, I think you in the workshop when we were talking about aura. So most people, when they look at somebody against a white background, you'll be able to see a faint line just above them, round about. Some people can see it like grey, other people can see colours, but you will be able to see, and that's just your energy field. So everyone has got an energy field round about them as well, and this breaks down into different parts, and it all ties in with the chakras.
And is that energy field, the aura, is that the same as the electromagnetic field that they speak about in quantum physics? It's like a torus and it comes up and around you. Yeah. That's that.
Yeah. I was just waiting to hear where you were going with that.
Get into the science. But it is, all of this is all starting to integrate with science. Like, there's a lot getting done in the quantum physics science department that's like studying a lot of like the old holistic and esoteric sort of treatments, and they're backing them. Yeah. So
everything's got an energy field, everything.
Yeah, aye.
I mean, it's like, again, you can compare it to a glass of water. You know what I mean? It's not alive, but
And you get those videos, have you seen them? And it's the sand on the table.
Yeah.
And they'll do like the frequency in the sand actually moves into patterns.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So that would be the same for us. And
yeah. So you can fall into different patterns of behaviour as well.
Yes.
Depending on what's going on round about you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, again, taking yourself out of different patterns of behaviour can be really, really difficult, but really, really rewarding as well.
Once you can recognise the patterns, then you can actually take a bit of power over them.
Yeah.
Pattern recognition is like
we're
a
all
superpower.
we're all guilty of doing it, you know, doing certain things and then going, oh, man, I need to stop, you know.
Sometimes it's like an automatic behaviour, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just, because your brain is essentially just gets wired, so you kind of just automatically do these things. How does that tie in with the chakra and the energy?
You can, I'll say to a lot of people when we're talking about certain things, don't punish yourself for things you've done in the past. You've done them for a certain reason. They all come with a lesson.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, some are to learn good things, some are to learn, you know, hard lessons that you shouldn't be doing. You know, everything comes with a lesson, and what you take from it is how you know you move yourself on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like allowing somebody to be negative towards you all the time, you know, and you just go, okay, and then eventually you stand up for yourself. It's maybe not the easiest thing to do, but moving yourself on, you know, into a better situation.
Yeah.
You know, you see it a lot with people, you know, and it can be quite emotional for people as well.
Mm-hmm.
And rewarding.
That's where growth comes in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you would probably keep making the same mistake or falling into like accepting the same sort of behaviour towards you.
Yeah.
Until you can recognise that or find a lesson in it.
Yeah.
And then once you've found a lesson in it, you'll move on, there'll be something else.
Yeah.
Then there'll be another mistake you keep making until you learn the lesson in that. And it's just like that throughout the whole life, isn't it?
I know. It's a lot of people, you get caught into a certain way of thinking as well, which was a big thing for me. And a friend said to me, stop living your story. Yes. And I said, what? What do you mean? And they said, stop living your story. So I looked back at the things that had happened and I thought, oh, I'm stuck. I am stuck. And it was Reiki and things that helped me, different therapies that helped me move myself on into a far better place.
Yeah, because it got all that energy flowing again.
Yeah.
That's so good. What was it that first drew you to working with Reiki?
So years ago when I first qualified from holistics back when 2007, I'd been looking at different Reikis, different therapies, different things. The whole thing, it was like, you know, Pandora's box or chocolate box, whatever you want to call it, of therapies. And I looked at everything and I went, oh my goodness, like there's loads of stuff here. However, at the time, my guardian angel had a different plan, and I had got injured and had to give up things for a while, so it shut everything down. My wrist was badly injured and it kind of took me out of the therapies at the time, and that was quite devastating. And I kind of closed everything down. I decided I was going to go into childminding, so I did that for a number of years and I really loved the childminding. And then when my mum became unwell, I felt like I was kind of drawn back to that, back to the therapies, you know, and, you know.
So that massaging things like that?
Yeah. And it built up from there. I had been working somewhere and left there to go back into therapies full time. Although at the time I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. I thought I'll try the therapies, see how it goes. And through that time, the Reiki, you know, that was kind of always at the background. I was always reading about it and everything else. I had got my Reiki attunement done.
So what does that mean?
That's, well, you're coming for that.
I'm coming
so that's
for that.
where you learn what it exactly is all about.
Yeah.
It's sort of, so you have different levels of it. So you've got Reiki 1, which you're doing, and that means that you can practice in friends, family, you can give it to the neighbour's dog, you know, cat, whatever, you know, it's, you can give it as a gift to people. and you're learning about it yourself, and you give yourself self-treatments as well.
Right.
So I had done that level, and that was all I'd set out to do. And then it was suggested to me about doing Reiki 2. So I did Reiki 2, which meant I was a practitioner. And then ended up going on to do my master and then teacher.
Yeah.
So it was a progression, and it wasn't anything I'd set out to actually initially do. It was just, it was a natural progression. And I felt drawn to it. I remember giving somebody a massage, and they were saying, see the heat off your hands, that's like really, really strong. It's a lot stronger than usual. You know, massage therapist. My daughter's the same. Right. She's the exact same. And it was just incredible, you know, and then someone had mentioned seeing colours, and I was like, that's interesting.
Is this after you'd done your Reiki
This was
1?
Before.
Oh, before you'd even
done it?
Yeah,
I'd done it before I'd done it. So when I did it, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. In fact, when I walked in to do it, there was someone there I already knew, which made me feel that, yeah, this is definitely the right path. That I'm meant to be here. They were doing the Reiki 1 as well. And they were as surprised to see me as I was to see them, because we hadn't spoke about it. I was like that. Wow. I hadn't seen the person for a while, so it was quite interesting.
That's a nice wee synchronicity.
Yeah, so that's another thing that all comes into play with energy as well. You'll find a lot of synchronicities come in.
Mm-hmm. So there's no such thing as coincidence. You hear that quite a lot. Like, it's synchronicity. That is like a wee sign to say you're in the right place, the right time, you're on the right path. Yeah. And the more of that you notice, it's like another wee breadcrumb to say, right, you're still in the right place, the right time, the right path. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's just something that is. I go into the therapy room now, and I love it. I absolutely love it. The energy in there is incredible. It's my wee haven.
It is. I love it there. I love coming in to visit you, and you can tell that when you're there that you really love it, and it's a lovely wee space. It just feels nice in there. Yeah. I think if I came in and sat for 25 minutes and left again, I'd still just feel as good as I do when I've had a treat. It's so nice. The smell, and it's just dead good. Oh, that's lovely. Mm. It's lovely you feel like that about it. And it's like, I've heard that quite a few times from people, that they just love coming in. And the Reiki as well, that has been such an interesting journey with the amount of people I've met, and the difference you see Reiki playing in people's lives, you know, the improvement it can make, just bringing them a bit of calm, helping them to find the right words. I mean, that's all to do with the different chakras. Yeah. You know, you've got your crown chakra, you've got your third eye, your throat, heart, solar plexus, you've got your sacral and your root chakra. And they all come into play. It's all at one. You know, the root chakra to help you kind of ground and keep you calm, sacral for your creativity, you know. And I always love the solar plexus, that bright yellow, you know, the confidence. It's like sunshine, you know. Yeah. You know, it's here. And then your heart, which people always think will be the colour pink, but it's more times out than not, it's represented by the colour green. Yeah. You know, and I always think it's like the grass is greener, you know, that, you know, it's growing, you know, there's that growth there. And then, you know, your throat to help you find the right words, to help you speak, you know, to speak up about things. You know, it's really interesting how it all kind of comes into play. They're all linked in with all these different challenges we've got in our lives. Yeah. And if you're maybe finding it hard to speak up, then there's maybe a wee blockage going on in your throat. Yeah. Or like if you're not feeling very confident, then it could be your solar. Yeah. So that's how when people are feeling nervous about things, you know, they're worried about something, they're nervous, it will often be their stomach. They'll feel that area. Feeling. Yeah, they'll feel that feeling. Mm. The sacral area, the creativity as well, you know, that kind of, it comes into play down there, you know what I mean? That can be when you're feeling stuck, you're anxious, you know, as well. Mm-hmm. And it can affect the organs there in that area as well, you know, it's, if you've got a big enough blockage, you know, it can. I'm not saying it does, so it's not again, you can't go keep
you can't say it's medically related,
Yeah.
but it can affect you greatly.
Wow.
You know, people have IBS due to their nerves, you know, and things like that. You know, it's
all linked.
It's all linked.
So,
and the more you look into it, the more you kind of go, oh, what? Oh, wow. You know, and as well as that, I mean, you can have trauma that comes on with the energy.
yes.
If we're saying we are energy and we go from lifetime to lifetime, it can carry on. So, and I've had that experience myself through, you know, different events which brought forward different forms of healing and different things that different people have said that all relate back to the same event.
Right.
And you think, wow, you know.
When you start to get like a deeper dive in.
Yeah, when you do a deeper dive, it is really interesting. It's quite amazing, and it can help you solve a lot of things in your own head. Like, why have I got a terror of water? Why have I got, you know, this terror of fire? You know, different things can come into it, you know.
And then I guess it's just like that having that knowledge is empowering, because then you can understand that.
You can understand
and find
it.
a way to get over it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Aye, that is so interesting. And I remember you telling me the story about the dagger.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to get into that or not, or if that's a whole other thing. But
so,
that is amazing.
Yeah, I had past life regression.
Yeah.
I was told that I had been stabbed in the side twice to stop me speaking. By one practitioner. I then went for healing. I was at a day where there was healing provided by a different practitioner who had no link to the first one. And they said during healing, I've just pulled two daggers, two skewers out of your side, and they were to stop you talking. It will not happen again. And I was like, what?
They said the same thing.
They said the same thing, and I was like, they don't know each other. And so that was like more evidence to me that, this all is connected. You know, it is definitely a thing.
And it made sense to you as well. About the speaking up. You said that your family and that noticed a difference in you after that.
Yeah, one of my friends, when I sat down, had said to me, once I did that healing, I sat down beside her and she went, your energy's changed.
Wow, so she felt
it immediately right away, and my husband and my daughter had noticed it as well.
That is cool. I love that. And did you feel different?
Yeah, I felt like, you know, it's hard to explain. When you've had that healing, I think the initial shock of like somebody coming out with a statement like that can kind of blow your mind. But then afterwards, it's the digesting the information as well, and you look into things a wee bit, you know, kind of examine things a wee bit, and then you move yourself on and you think, yeah, right, I've done that. That's it. Time to move on from that. What's next?
And it helps you on your journey. That's amazing. That is, I just love it. Like hearing things like that. I need to do this past life regression thing. I need to do it. Yeah. So after having Reiki and coming out of the session, you can feel different ways. Like I've heard the Reiki hangover. I have come out sometimes and felt just dead tired, but then felt brilliant the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Or else I've come out feeling like I'm walking on clouds.
Yeah.
And I just feel dead light and tingly. Yeah. And airy. Yeah. So is that...
Sometimes that energy, if you've like managed to move that on, that kind of energy, the person doesn't need any longer. If you've helped, and they help, because it's like, it's not just you, the person's got to be willing to let it go as well.
Yeah.
So if that happens, you will feel lighter because you've got rid of that heavy energy.
Yeah. Because the chakras, or even the body, it stores like repressed emotions. Like if you've maybe been in a situation where you've been really upset or something like that, and you've not actually faced that feeling in the moment, you're holding that in. So Reiki can help to move that on and get it out of you. So maybe people could get like emotional during or after Reiki as well. Can maybe bring that maybe why somebody might get like a wee bit upset or and that's a good thing. Because it's ridding it.
Yeah. sometimes when you've had healing done and you'll find yourself thinking about things maybe during it or just after it, that's your mind helping to move you on.
Right.
Because you're going over it again, right, that's it, fine, go on.
Like processing.
Mm.
And I think, like, for people that have never heard the Reiki or used it, it might just seem a wee bit woo-woo for them, but I definitely would urge them to try it. But it's actually so much more common than what you would think. Like, I know that like King Charles and Camilla use holistic therapies, and so many celebrities and things like that use it. Like, it's ancient and it works.
Yeah.
Where does it come from? Like, where? Because you're talking about the attunement, right?
Yeah.
And like, it's no superpower where, like, only just certain people can do this. Like you said, you'd love for everybody to be able to do it, and children and everything. So is it you can get this feeling, so is it just given to you?
Through the attunement, do you mean?
I like when you, so do you feel it in your hands?
Yeah, you'll feel it
when you're doing it as a practitioner.
So a lot of practitioners will feel their chakras opening up, and that just feels it's the top of your head, and you'll feel it
right
coming. That energy will come through you.
And where did it come from? Who was the first person to have that, and how does it get passed on?
It was first formed by Dr. Mikhail Usui, who went up to Mount Kurama, and he did a 21-day meditation, and at the end of it, and he did a fast as well, and at the end of it, he was given the power symbols and the energy.
Through the meditation?
Through the meditation, and it got brought to him like that. There's a few different stories about him going around learning different therapies and things like this, but that's the one that's kind of mostly accepted. And then he brought this forward. So that was about 1922, and in 1923 there was a earthquake, and he gave the victims of the earthquake Reiki healing.
Right.
He then went on, he made a few Reiki masters, and it slowly fed out. So when you do your Reiki training, you'll be able to see your Reiki lineage. It's like a family tree.
Yeah, and it goes back
back to him.
Wow.
So it's really interesting actually to see the different names that are on it. And so after you do like an attunement like that, you'll have a 21-day clearing process yourself. So you give yourself Reiki every day, and you send Reiki out to others, and you'll go through all that. And it's an interesting process to go through, a lot of learning in it.
Right.
But the universe is just this beautiful energy. It's just so calming. It's just, it does change things.
And if, like you're saying, he used it for the people that were victims of the earthquake.
Yeah, because it can help physically, mentally. It'll make you feel better.
Mm-hmm. And it's offered by the NHS as a complimentary holistic therapy alongside like modern medicinal treatments.
I know. I think reflexology as well is.
Yeah, it is. And acupuncture too.
Yeah.
So they're obviously beneficial.
I think it's great the NHS is looking at different, healing,
modalities.
Yeah, and different modalities and ways to bring this in for patients.
What kind of illnesses or ailments are like mental issues then would Reiki complement?
It could help anxiety and stress, just to help calm the person, just to help ground them, because if you're not grounded, you're going to feel, you'll know if you're not grounded. You'll not be able to concentrate, you'll not be able to, focus on anything for too long. You'll not feel happy, you'll not feel, maybe yourself. And that's your root chakra being out. That can then affect your sacral, because then you can't, your problem solving comes into play with that, your creativity, so that'll knock that out. If that gets knocked out, then it moves up to your solar plexus and your confidence, your drive for doing things, that then gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Your heart then gets affected, because then you're not happy. You maybe don't feel the same connections with people. This maybe then comes up to your throat, where you can't find the right words. You become anxious, snappy, again. So that's your throat chakra.
Yeah.
You're then coming up to your third eye and your crown, so that's like your kind of intuition, your connection to your higher self. So you start not trusting. And it's like, you'll say, oh, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. You know, it's...
Everything's out of whack.
Everything is out of whack. So one thing can affect everything.
Right. And so I guess if there was somebody and it was maybe a patient that was say somebody was being treated with chemotherapy for cancer, they can have Reiki alongside that. How does it help relieve pain?
If it can help put the person into a better place.
Right. So
again, that's why I say nothing will... you can't replace your medication. Yeah. And no therapist should tell you, it'll come off of that, don't take that, don't do this. You know, that's... And it's up to the individual as well, how they go forward when you're taking that into account as well. So every person has the right to make their mind up about what they're doing, you know, and what advice they follow.
So would it just bring them a wee bit more ease and relaxation, more calm, and reduce stress? Yeah. And so that they're feeling a wee bit more pleasant.
Yeah, it can do. Yeah. It can do.
And so there's main principles to Reiki, isn't there?
Yeah.
And are they for the practitioner or the patient or both?
They can be for both. What so the Reiki principles, it's just for today. It's a wee kind of prayer. Just for today, I will not worry. So it's like live in the moment.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? You can't do... If there's something that's going to happen in 3 weeks, like you're getting a tooth out, you really don't want that. Don't let it cloud the next 3 weeks. You could have a wonderful 3 weeks and it's only going to be for half an hour.
Yeah.
I will not get angry and let go of anger. Again, sometimes just going like that, you know, walk away. Protect your own energy.
Yeah.
If somebody's doing something, acting in a way you don't like, let them. Walk away. You don't need to involve yourself. Just for today, I'll count my blessings. Look around you. Look at everything you've got. Look at everything that's wonderful. You know, look at your family. You know, look at your life. You know, everything's amazing. You woke up this morning.
Yeah.
You were able to open your eyes.
Yeah.
Just count your blessings. Do you know? You're able to go and visit someone. You know, there's so many things, and it doesn't mean like... It doesn't relate back to specific, you know, items, connections. Just be grateful. And you got me thinking here. Just for today, I will be kind to every living thing. And that is just, you know, it kind of goes without speaking, you know. You know, when you go buy a wee cat, give it a pat, don't give it a kick.
Yeah.
Be kind to your neighbour.
Yeah.
You know, that neighbour's maybe not spoke to anyone for 3 days. You know, you could be their link. Be kind to your friend. You know, just be kind to everyone. Be kind to a stranger. You know, Be kind to everyone. I will do my work honestly.
Right.
You know, if somebody's coming to you, be honest with them. You know, be honest to yourself. That was one thing as well that I learned greatly is, you know, about protecting your own energy as well. Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and bring that in. And they all kind of... It's a good wee kind of set of rules to go by in your own head.
Yeah. I think they're good because, like, you'll come out your Reiki treatment, right, and you'll be like, oh, my chakras have all been moved, I'm cleansed, I'm feeling brilliant, and nothing's going to rain on me. And then you might go into your own life again and maybe just go unconscious and then maybe start reacting like the way that you usually would if you're in work and it's like, oh, there I've got one of the emails, or, oh my gosh, look at that washing basket. And then so it's maybe... Yeah, like as a patient, it's good to have the principles and be like, I'm not going to go back into that.
You can print them out
and keep them up.
Keep them up, right? So it doesn't mean because like something happens one day and you react to it, it doesn't mean that I can't do it again.
Yeah,
just start again the next day,
or even the next moment.
Aye, Do you know what I mean? It's like, aye, you know what I mean? You don't need to like wait. It's like, well, today was wasted. You know, it's not like that at all.
Yeah, because every single wee moment that passes is a new opportunity to just try again.
Yeah.
Start again. And like
everyone gets frustrated. You walk in the room, you step in a Lego or something, you know, you're like, aye!
Well, that's a sore one. That is a sore one. That is
I think
the most painful thing.
every parent or, you know, anyone when to do with children is stepping in a Lego at some point.
Yes.
And you're jumping about and, you know, probably cursing everyone, but, you know, it doesn't mean it's got to wreck the whole day.
It's damage control, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's things happen. And it's about just being able to go, do you know what? I'm on.
Yeah, it's kind of like recognising that, right, okay, this has happened.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not going to carry it forward with me, and that comes into like the don't hold on to
nobody
anger
is perfect.
and just let it go.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect.
No.
Nobody's perfect. You know, but trying to just stay in your own calm place helps you, and that helps others.
And then you're saying as well about protecting your energy. So like we're coming out of our treatment and we're feeling all brilliant, and maybe we do get our emails and they're not looking great, the washing basket's full again. We can choose how we react to that sort of situation, but how can we protect our energy if maybe we come out and everyone around us is in a big slump?
What I say to everyone is, try every day, if you can, 10 minutes meditation.
Right. A lot of people don't know how to do that. They don't know what that means. They think it's just sitting like this.
No, but meditation doesn't mean that. Meditation can be done in your bed. It can be done in the car. You can just sit, put on a 5-minute, if I'm saying 10 minutes, it can be 5 minutes, guided meditation. You get them on YouTube.
To protect your energy.
To protect your energy. And when you're listening, all you need to do is listen to it. All you need to do is close your eyes and listen to it. If you have thoughts that come in during that about what I'm waiting for the dinner, that's normal. But just bring yourself back into that space. And then imagine, if you can, a lovely light coming down from above and wrapping you in this bright light, this bubble.
Yeah.
This bubble like a blanket of love and protection. Imagine that round about you.
Yeah.
And that's how you can do it. But I mean, things are still going to happen. Life happens.
Yeah.
You know, you're still going to get a burst tyre. You're still going to have, you know, realise you've been shortchanged somewhere, you know, or you've walked out of somewhere without paying. You know, it can go both ways.
Yeah.
And what you can put out will come back as well.
But the power is how you react to those situations.
Yeah.
So we're searching for a guided meditation to protect our energy.
Spotify, YouTube.
We're using our imagination, our mind's eye to visualise it, and that is putting that around us.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's even like my oldest goes into nursery every day. We'll say, right, goodbye, and we'll do a wee kiss and a hug, and then he actually does this back to me now, but it started with me doing it to him, and I told him I'm blowing a big love bubble around him, and I can visualise this and I'm doing it. And it's like I'm blowing up a big bubble around him, and I've told him it's a kindness love bubble, and if anybody says anything that's upsetting for him, it just goes boink off this bubble and flies away into the abyss. He loves that. And
that's really important. You're teaching him just to move yourself on.
Yeah.
You know.
And he does it back, and I think that's dead sweet, but it's their imaginations at that wee size are way more even vivid than what ours are sometimes, and I think he must really actually see that and believe that, and I think a lot of it is in just believing that you're protected. So if somebody's maybe being unkind, do you know what, I'm protected, they're feeling like that, I'm not, but that's probably because they're just not having a good day, so let's just let them be.
I think children at an age, you know, where if they're not having a good day, they're huffing and puffing, you know, when they're at nursery or into school, they can be, you know, they will go about huffing and puffing, and, you know, that's children. They don't have, you know, and to teach other children how to kind of
navigate.
Teach your own children how to navigate that is really good. You know, they don't need to, there doesn't need to be a big reaction, you know. And you can send love to that other child as well.
Yeah,
if you're
probably
sending
needing
out a bit of Reiki, send love to that child.
Yeah.
They're maybe needing a bit of love. So when you see another adult that's maybe not being great with other people,
Yes.
send them a bit of love.
I've told them that as well. Like, I've tried to explain it through the eye of, if somebody's being really unkind, it usually comes down to whether they're sad, scared, or angry, or all three.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's maybe just because there's not had the love they needed that day, or for a while. So all we can do is just let them be and wish them well.
I mean, everyone has things happen to them, and anyone that says they don't, I would be a bit confused. We've all had bereavements. We've all had, fallouts with people. We've all had, things that have scared us. The big dog that runs up to you and barks at you.
Yeah.
We've all had different situations where you've been scared, you've been sad, you've been disappointed because you never got picked for a team, when you were in high school or something. There's always been different things that will, affect you. And it's how you carry that on.
Yeah.
If you're in the place where you're able to process it, and, that's great, but not everyone is.
Yes.
But those people as well, they will still be in your field, but you don't need to let that affect you. You learn that protection.
Yeah. And again, kindness. Like, I guess people are probably the people that find it harder to be kind, but they're maybe the people that need to see kindness the most.
Yeah. So send them love.
And again, that's just by, you can just think that for them. Maybe have a wee feeling of it, think of that person, and that'll get to them energetically.
I'm trying to think how long ago it was. Kids were still young at the time, and it was a person that came into our circle and caused a bit of kind of strife, and then disappeared with a bit of strife. Moved away, and then had appeared back, and I bumped into this person, and I spoke to them, and they said, that's me. I'm not really, there's no point in speaking to me, and I was like, all right, okay. I said, well, I wish you well. And she looked at me, looked a bit stunned. I said, I wish you well. And I walked away because I thought, I know that I've moved myself on, that I can do that, and I don't need your energy near me anymore anyway, so that's good. I'm lucky that we've still got a connection through a family member they're lovely. They're a lovely person. So that's been really interesting, because I know for a fact that person's now cut that other person off as well, for their protection, which has been a sad, sad thing. But I did send her love. I have sent her, compassion a few times. And I hope she does well. I hope she's happy.
That's a lovely place to be, to be able to do that with people that are challenging for you.
That's Reiki, is just that brings you into that calmness, that place.
And so you can actually send Reiki when you're not with a person?
Yeah, see, that's called distance Reiki, and you can send that out to a person, so you can do that. So, and a lot of people have a photograph of the person, and you just think about the person. You usually agree a time, and so I could say, right, I'll send you Reiki at 7 p.m, and it's up to you if you're sitting in a chair, if you're lying in a bed, whatever you're doing, to receive that Reiki, and you can send it.
And you can feel it? And what if I never knew and you thought, I'm going to send Nicole Reiki at 7 p.m, and I'm sitting watching whatever's on at 7 p.m.
You might just feel dead calm and relaxed.
And I go, it's not Lee, is that you?
No, I'm not going to spiritually appear in the room.
Are you all right? I'm like, it's just nothing.
No. You might just feel a sense of calm.
Right, okay.
You might just feel a sense of relaxation and calm.
And do you think, as well, if you're sending that...
But you should always ask permission. The thing is about Reiki, you should always ask permission. But you can send it out, just sending the person a bit of love.
That is so nice. And it's really cool that you can do that.
Aye. You can actually see this advertised all day. You can get a Reiki doll for distance Reiki. And it's got the chakras on the front, and then on the back it's got the Reiki symbols as well, so that's quite...
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like a voodoo doll, but good.
Aye.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I know you'll end up getting it.
I was trying to find it last night. I want a resource this.
You'll have one of them soon, I know it.
I just think it's a useful tool. Some people, when you're doing distance Reiki, they'll say you can use a teddy bear.
Oh, right.
As well. So you've got for the point. So you've got the or you can use the rolled up towel as well. So you can imagine the different chakras.
That's really good.
So yeah, it's a nice thing to do, distance.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody wanted to go and get attuned in Reiki, the Reiki one, learn it, and to be able to do it to themselves, their family, and bring it into their lives, how would that person go about finding a really good Reiki master to help them start their journey or to attune them?
Word of mouth.
Right, okay.
Word of mouth is the best way, and I also like the fact when I was looking, it was a physical person I was going to.
Not an online thing?
Not an online thing. If that's the path people choose, that's up to them, but I preferred it was an actual person. Word of mouth is the best way.
Yeah.
You know, recommendations.
Right. So if anybody wanted to find Julie and come and get their amazing treatments done, I kind of want to gatekeep you, actually. How can they find you? Where can they find you?
I'm on Facebook. I'm working on a web page at the moment and a booking system.
Cool.
So my bookings are quite far in advance, so as well, which is fantastic. Although I do get spaces and things like anyone does. But the wee therapy room, and you know how to get me.
Yeah.
So on Facebook, we've got 2 pages. There's the therapy room itself, and then we've got the therapy room gifts, which we don't really use that often, but it is there. So people can message me through either page, and my phone number is on the page as well.
Yeah. So the wee therapy room, Lochwinnoch.
Yes.
Yes. And you also offer like really amazing other treatments. It's not just Reiki either, but the Reiki is amazing. And you bring crystals and things into Reiki. You said that, don't you?
Yeah, so we can use different crystals that I have. So I sell crystals as well, but the crystals that I use in the therapies, they all have different. You use specific crystals on different chakras. You can also use them for different reasons. So you get crystal therapy as well. So you can mix the two to a point. So if you're feeling too much one way, you can bring in a crystal to help you kind of counteract that feeling. You know, it's if you were, you know, I'm trying to think, too emotionally attached to somebody, you might want to kind of break that attachment. If you're feeling too, if you're trying to diet, you know, if you're if you've went through a bereavement, if you have, you know, grief's a kind of difficult, a lot of people, you know, the grief process can be quite a long one as well, and with different emotions that come in with grief as well. So you can use different crystals to help that.
Yeah.
You know, you can use crystals for everything. You know, menstrual problems, you know, not feeling grounded, different things, but all the different, there's lots and lots of crystals, all with different purposes because the way they've been made. So when they're getting made, a lot of them, you'll find them in riverbeds, mountains, you know, they're found all over the world. It's a whole scope of things, you know, that come into how they've been made, where they're found, the energy that's attached to them, and that how they donate different colours of them, you know, how the properties. You've got all your kind of crystals that end in "ite." You can't put them near water. It's a whole scope. It's a whole subject in itself.
That's a whole other episode.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be well informed?
They're happy.
Just to be happy.
They're just happy. Everyone's life is different, and nobody has the right to look at someone else's life and criticise it.
Absolutely.
Right? If that person's happy, leave them.
Yes. Love that. A happy life is a life well spent, eh?
Yeah. If that person's happy and what they're doing, just leave them. That's
perfect. Love that. Thank you so much. I could sit here and speak to you for days, probably, on end. But I know you've got to get going. So
I know.
Thanks
But
so much.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome.